Okay, here's the thing that drives me crazy about pillows. You buy a new one, it feels amazing for about a month, and then one morning you wake up and it's a pancake, flat. So, which pillow holds up over time?
The cotton one. It's the densest fill we make.
Cotton? That sounds kind of boring. I was expecting something fancier.
Yeah, people always think that, but the density is the whole point. Cotton's packed tighter than anything else in the lineup, heavier per volume than kapok, more tightly packed than wool, and that's what makes it last.
Okay, walk me through that. Why does density make it last?
So every natural fill compresses under your head. That's just weight over time. The difference is how fast. A soft, lofty fill compresses quick, feels great for a few weeks, then it collapses into this flat little disc. Cotton compresses too, but slowly, evenly, over months and years, not weeks. The fibers got enough structure to push back against the weight of your head all night, so you don't wake up in a crater.
A crater. That's the memory foam thing, right? You wake up and your head's in a hole.
Right, and that's the other piece. Memory foam wraps around your head and holds the shape. It's closed cell too, so air can't move through it, and heat just builds up against your face. Cotton's the opposite. It sits under your head and holds it up, and air moves right through the fiber. So it sleeps firmer and it sleeps cooler. First night you feel the difference.
So, coming off a foam pillow, this is going to feel firmer.
Firmer and cooler. More like the pillow's holding you up than swallowing you.
Okay, what about the break-in? Every natural thing I've tried has some weird adjustment period. Buckwheat sounds like a bag of rice. Wool's got that sheep smell for a week.
That's the nice thing about cotton. There's nothing strange to get used to. It doesn't rustle like buckwheat. It doesn't carry a scent like new wool. And it doesn't have that springy bounce some people never warm up to. You lie down and it feels like what you've always wanted a pillow to feel like. Quiet, supportive, clean. The fill does settle over the first few weeks, like any natural material, and that's when you dial in your height. But there's nothing to adapt to. It's familiar from the first night.
That's kind of the appeal. I don't want a science project. I just want a pillow.
That's who it's for.
Okay, let's talk about what's in it, because cotton can mean a lot of things.
It can. Here it's organic cotton and nothing else. Grown without synthetic pesticides, processed without synthetic dyes, and put into the pillow without flame retardants, chemical softeners, or any synthetic finish. You're sleeping on cotton, and only cotton.
And that matters because?
Because your face is against that pillow 8 hours a night, every night, for years. Conventional cotton is one of the most pesticide-heavy crops there is. In the US alone, it's something like 42 million pounds of pesticide a year. So grown clean isn't a small thing when you're breathing into it every night.
42 million pounds. That's wild.
Per year. Just here. So the organic part is the whole point. It's the reason to buy the thing in the first place.
So how do I know the organic part's real? Everybody slaps that word on a label.
You should be skeptical, because a lot of organic pillows only certify the cover. The fill inside, the part your head's on, can still be conventional cotton or a synthetic blend. The standard that matters is the Global Organic Textile Standard, GOTS. And on this pillow, GOTS covers everything. The cotton fill, the cotton cover, the thread, the dye process, and the New Jersey workshop where it's sewn.
All of it.
All of it. Audited together by an independent certifier, Oregon Tilth, under license GOTS 10229. And GOTS is strict. It bans chlorine bleaching. It requires wastewater treatment at every wet processing step. So it's not just about the cotton. It's about how the whole thing gets made.
And I can look that up.
That's the point of the number, GOTS-10229. It's public. Search it. Read the certificate. And because the workshop itself is certified, that audit follows the pillow all the way to the last stitch. That workshop's been making natural bedding by hand in New Jersey since 1981.
Okay, it lasts, it's clean, it's certified. How do I get it to fit my neck?
It ships overstuffed. We put about 30% more cotton in than most people want. And there's a zipper on the side. So you open it up and pull cotton out, a handful at a time, until the height matches how you sleep.
And there's no separate bag of fill, right? It's what's already in there.
It's already in the pillow. Pull out too much, you put some back. Side sleepers keep it full and tall, since you've got more gap to fill between your shoulder and your head. Back sleepers usually take a handful out for a lower profile. You're tuning it to your own neck.
Is there anything cotton doesn't do? Like, where would you send someone somewhere else?
One thing. Cotton isn't naturally dust mite resistant. That's the wool pillow. Wool's got lanolin that mites don't like, and cotton doesn't have that. What cotton has is a cover that unzips and washes, so you keep it clean that way. But if your main issue is dust mite allergies specifically, I'd point you to wool.
I appreciate that you'll just say that.
No point selling someone the wrong pillow. They just return it. So who's cotton for? It's the first natural pillow for most people. If you've been on foam your whole life and you want to switch to something clean that holds its shape with nothing strange to get used to and a certification you can check, cotton's where you start.
And where do they go?
Circadianrest.com, the organic cotton pillows right there. And you can look up GOTS-10229 before you spend $1.
Love it. So if you're tired of buying a new pillow every 6 months and you just want one that holds up and feels normal, start with cotton. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll get into the next one soon.